Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we've got the Qatar Grand Prix, one of the brand new races for this year's game. Of course, we've got Las Vegas coming up very shortly as well. Looking forward to that. And the other thing with Qatar is it's a sprint weekend, so definitely plenty of action to look forward to this weekend. We're looking to consolidate 6th in the championship, certainly in the Constructors' Championship. And realistically, we should probably finish 11th and 12th in the Drivers' standings. Yuki Tsunoda has done a terrific job since he's come in to the team. He's outperforming Alex Albon pretty much every race at this point. So definitely a good signing. Definitely one that we want to keep around for the upcoming seasons as well, and really build on that. And I think this could be a really strong driver lineup going forward, potentially World Championship winning if we can get the car up to the right standards. So yeah, that's the plan over the next few episodes, I suppose, is getting ready for next season, looking to put plenty of research behind the car and hopefully start the season in a really strong position, a little bit like we did last year with Aston Martin, and hopefully push forward from there. So yeah, leave a like if you are enjoying. Let's keep this streak of 100 likes every video going. Really do appreciate the support, so thank you so much for that. And without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action then for this Qatar Grand Prix. First things first, we're going to have to fix up the cars because some of it has failed inspection. In fact, it's the front wing that has this time for Albon. So we might have to manufacture another rear wing and another front wing as well, just to try and keep us going until the end of the year. Okay, all looking good there. So pit crew exhausted. We've come to expect that, really, but yeah, it was just those parts that failed inspection. Let's push on. Sponsoring Pepe Marti. We've identified a promising talent in F3 who could really benefit from it. What do you think? So this is Pepe Marti. I mean, he doesn't look great, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, what is he? He's 8th in the championship at the moment. He's fine, but yeah, I'm actually not gonna bother with that. We'll just acknowledge it. I'd like to sponsor some other drivers, but I guess it must just be random when that's given to you. Okay, so chassis under low stock. You probably need a couple of those, actually. That's fine. What else is low stock? Just the chassis, I think. It actually looks like Tsunoda's been on the... Yeah, he's been on the old chassis this whole time, which is very interesting. That he's still being able to outperform Alexander Albon. Okay, let's have a little look. Monthly car development update, that's fine. Let's have a look at our finances. Are we projected to be fat? I think we are. 16 million we're projected to have left in the cost cap, so we'll just have to bear that in mind. We've basically got 16 million to spend between now and the end of the year. Let's have a look at their development. Where do we want to develop Alex Albon? Probably in his pace, to be honest. So cornering and braking, if we can. Yeah, let's go for that then. And Tsunoda, definitely his control, adaptability, that's what we're looking for. And again, yeah, wet track, I suppose, is what we're trying to do there. Okay, cool. September in Formula 1, Tech Insights. New side pod design for Aston Martin. Mike Crack there. Otmar Safnar. That's all good. And there's the standings at the moment. Ferrari second in the championship. I think Aston Martin might overtake them by the end of the year. Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting to see what happens. Stroll and Alonso, 199 points each as well. Carlos Sainz on 198. It's all very close, isn't it? Right, I think we want to keep going with this. I think that looks good. I know they're tired, but they're going very, very quick, which is what we like to see. Hey, and Sven Smith moves up in the world. Let's actually have a look at our stuff. We haven't changed their things for a little while. Let's go for grip and traction for him. He probably needs airflow stuff. James Irwin. He's balanced, and Guyton. Diego. Yeah. And then Sven Smits. Drill planning. Yeah, I think that's good actually. Yep, cool. Right. Keep going then. We can have a bigger engineering team. Which I think, yeah, that was... Can we assign more engineers to some of these projects? Looks like we can. Yep, that all looks good. Okay, Luke DuPont contract ending. I don't think we want to keep him around. Okay, 2024 research complete for the chassis. Let's have a look at what that means. It doesn't look like we've actually managed anything there, which is annoying. Okay. Let's have a look at all of these. I did hear there was some sort of glitch with it, but it doesn't look like it's actually increased it at all, which is a bit ridiculous. Oh well, right. We'll keep trying, but I'm actually going to say 12th for both drivers. That's a bit risky, I think, but well, they want both drivers to reach Q3, so they're definitely seeing performance increases from us. And we're going to say both drivers in the points. We're going to try and go all out a little bit here, just to gain a little bit more money this weekend. But let's get ourselves into it and see how we get on here in Qatar.
Our calendar brings us to the Middle East this weekend for the Qatar Grand Prix. Making its debut as a Formula One track in 2021, Losail International is Qatar's Grand Prix circuit. Designed initially with motorbike racing in mind, drivers will need to adopt that two-wheeled mentality of speed and manoeuvrability if they want to succeed here. As a desert track, Losail is dusty and challenging. Grip levels are crucial and can change throughout a race weekend or even during a single session. The unique layout demands the highest possible downforce despite being a relatively open track.
This time, teams have two races to contend with, as a sprint race will decide the starting order for the weekend's Grand Prix.
Now let's get the weekend underway.
Okay, here we go then. We are ready to get into the weekend. I'll do practice and I'll see you guys for qualifying. Well, very tough to get a decent setup in one practice session. 78% for Alex Albon. We've had to risk it a little bit with Yuki Tsunoda, but fingers crossed it'll all pay off in the end. But they're going into qualifying not feeling too confident. But fingers crossed they'll be able to get through to Q2 and then into Q3 and all will be forgiven.
We're close now to finding out how the drivers will line up on the grid for the sprint.
Just like normal qualifying, the session this weekend will be divided into Q1, Q2 and Q3, with the best times determining the grid for the sprint.
There's been a bit of talk about Alex Albon, Karun. How are things looking for him today?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
Buckle up then, folks. It's almost time for qualifying.
Well, to be fair, we were running damaged parts in practice, so that's why the pace wasn't very good. But hopefully, we'll be able to show our true worth in qualifying. Certainly seem to be using less and less of our engines throughout these races. I suppose not getting involved in as many incidents as the Sergeant is very helpful towards getting these to last a decent amount of time. But yeah, let's get ourselves into Q1, see how we get on. Hopefully we get through. So let's just have a little look at this. If we look at the grip, the grip's not going to improve too much.
That's great.
So we're going to send them out there. Hopefully avoid any sort of traffic. And we'll ride on board with Yuki Tsunoda for this lap. We didn't take manual control, which might be a bit of a problem. We'll maybe do that for the second run and see what sort of difference it makes. Yep, so we're coming up towards the Ferrari here at a very awkward point. Seem to just get through quite nicely. What about Albon? Yep, he's not too far behind. So Tsunoda, currently the one posting slower lap times, which is what you'd expect, lower on confidence. And his teammate Albon. Well, actually was quicker in that middle sector than his teammate. Albon about a 10th up overall. Here they come round the final corner then. Tsunoda up towards the finish line. What's it going to be? It's in the 122s, I think. 123.0. And here comes Albon up to the line. And he goes second.
Go in and box.
Okay, so Tsunoda managing to outperform his teammate despite a slower first sector. Very interesting. We do have plenty of tyres to play with, so because we took charge of practice. But yeah, you can see that we're visibly slower than we usually are. And that could well be that McLaren have had an upgrade, which might be the case. Yeah, currently 12th and 13th. I think can do a lot better. Hopefully we'll on our second run here. So we're going to send out Yuki. And then Alex can go out next.
Focusing it. Your tyres there.
Copy.
You can increase the pace.
Copy.
Focus on tyres. Copy. Happy to increase pace. Copy.
Sonoda in a bit of a pickle.
Make sure you give some energy.
Okay.
Full deploy.
Copy.
Okay, so let's see what they can produce on this lap. Their tyre's still cold. Amazingly. Don't know if Sonoda's... Well, he has managed to go quicker in the first sector, as is Albon. Yeah, Sonoda just got a Ferrari to deal with now. And it's a orange middle sector. What about for Alex Albon? Yep, orange for him as well. And here we go then. Yuki Tsunoda around the final corner needs to have a bit of an improvement here. Comes up to the line. What's he going to manage? It's a pretty much same lap from him.
Would like to increase a bit the LICO everywhere.
Copy.
What about Alex Albon? He comes up to the line and that is slow.
Recharge the pack.
Okay.
Yeah, not good. Not good. So we could be finding ourselves out of
Yeah, copy.
Q1 here if some of the guys can find pace. Luckily for us, Piastri and Bottas already out. It's De Vries and Porsche I'm worried about. Yeah, Porsche looking slow actually. What about De Vries? Yep, he's out of qualifying as well. So we are lucky we're through in 13th and 14th, but certainly not our finest qualifying session there. Put into Q2, let's see how we get on. You know what? I think there's a bit of mileage in the 2 flying laps without a cooldown. Yeah. Let's give that a go in session 2. And leave Tsunoda till a little bit later on. We're going to get Albon's time in. Bring Tsunoda out about halfway through the session. What can Albon do? This second lap's not going to be very good here.
So close to 0 but negative.
Slow on the in-lap.
Not good
Yep,
for
copy.
Albon. Long way off.
Work your tires.
Okay.
Oh, red flag.
Red flag.
What's happened? Looks like Fernando Alonso. Oh, and he's just lost it straight into the wall. Alonso out.
Yeah.
And it is a red flag
Make sure you work your brakes.
situation.
Copy.
So. Getting Sonoda out there, but yeah, big incident for Fernando there.
Your main focus is your tires and brakes. That's your main focus.
Copy.
Right, let's see what we can pull
Okay,
off here
increase the pace.
Copy.
for Yuki Tsunoda. Now, he doesn't seem to be using any ARS. Ah, here we go. So yeah, this should be a good first lap. It comes round and it's well, it's a long way off. 2.6 seconds off the pace. For some reason. Trying the second lap and it is better, but
So what DRS?
out of VRS, which I think is okay. I think he was particularly used to it anyway. Oh, here we go then. Let's see what he can manage. Doesn't look especially quick, does it? .22.7. 3/10 quicker than Albon, but nowhere near
We want to leave
the required level.
Copy.
Need some recharge.
Copy.
So Tsunoda coming round into the pit lane. Yeah. I think he's going to have to use another set as well. Oh, it's another red flag. Wow.
Okay, it's a red flag.
Well, what's happened here? It's one of the Alpines, Esteban Ocon. He's lost it. That's a huge hit into the wall.
What the was that,
Wow.
honestly? Oh.
There you go, and that's two drivers out now. So we might get through to Q3. Yeah. I need to just give it a little bit more time. Okay, Tsunoda's gonna head out there. And now Albon. Yeah, it looks like
As before, focus on your tire temperature target and the brakes.
Yeah.
Focus and push.
Yeah, copy.
it looks like we're going to be the only two guys on track. I don't think anybody else has got time now.
Copy.
So
Remember the
let's
front
just call the
brakes.
car in.
Front tire temp. Yep.
There's no need to push this.
Good, back off.
Okay.
We are through to Q3.
Copy.
And we'll certainly take that. There you go. Very odd end to that session. I suppose people didn't want to use the tyres, but yeah, Gasly's out, Russell's out, Ocon, Stroll and Fernando Alonso all out in qualifying 2. But we're through to Q3, everyone. And could have a very high starting position for the race at this rate. Yeah, that looks fine for Albon. Yeah, right, into Q3 we go. I think we might just leave it
That's green now.
towards the end of the session. Obviously could be a red flag, but we'll hope not. Need to save some soft tyres for the sprint and then the race as well. Kevin Magnussen currently quickest. Verstappen and Perez trump that. I'm gonna head out very late on here. But lots of people running out of tyres. So let's try and look after some here.
Remember you brake warm up.
Copy.
And happy to lean more on the tires.
Copy.
We're happy to push.
Yep, copy.
I'm gonna push Tsunoda.
Use the rest.
Copy.
Let's ride on board with him here.
Copy.
Let's see what he can pull off. So it should be last man over the line. I think maybe the Alfa Romeo of Hulkenberg is going to be. Sorry, the Haas car. But he's already on a flying lap, so yeah, this is going to be his one and only. So I feel like we can possibly even qualify 5th here. We should be quicker than the Haas cars. But it's always very difficult to know where you're going to be. I don't think we're going to be in the top 4. But with the absence of the Aston Martins and one of the Mercedes cars, we could finish
Checker flag.
5th and 6th here. So a slightly scruffy lap from Tsunoda. Through the middle sector. Well, Tsunoda quicker. No idea where it will line up. Looks pretty good actually, particularly the middle sector here for Yuki Tsunoda, and he flies around the final corners. Kevin Magnussen goes up to P5 and Tsunoda up to P6. Great time from him. What about Albon? Where can he fit into all of this? He goes up to P7, so it's P6 and P7 for the sprint race tomorrow. That's very good. Sandwiching the... or being sandwiched by the Haas cars. Although Hulkenberg has just gone even quicker. He's gone up to P7 now. Which is good for him. So Tsunoda qualifies 6th. Albon in P8. Norris is the last man over the line here, and he's done 2 greens. This could be him getting further up. Norris out-qualifies Hamilton just behind Albon in the end, so 9th for Lando Norris. But it's the 2 Ferraris that are 1 and 2, and then the 2 Red Bulls, and then Kevin Magnussen in P5. What a lap he pulled out in Q3 there. Fantastic to see. Okay, right, I'll see you guys for the sprint. Well, after practice 2, we managed to get Alex Albon's setup satisfaction up a little bit, meaning the confidence is pretty high. I'll show you those setups in a minute, but here we go, getting into the sprint.
We're back, and the action is set to get even better today as the drivers go racing in the sprint. The action is set to be fast and furious in this one, with each driver well aware that a good performance will secure themselves a strong place on the grid.
It's not only the starting grid decided here, though. The top finishers in the sprint have the chance to score crucial championship points.
But just who will be the fastest around Losail? We'll find out in today's sprint.
Okay then, let's get ourselves into the sprint race. Looking a little bit like it's going to be medium tyres, although I think softs would be an option. But could you maybe be a bit more aggressive on the medium tyres? Is that something we could look to exploit if we were to, say, go more aggressive? Yeah, I think that would be a slightly quicker strategy. So we might try that with Yuki Tsunoda. Try that with Alex Albon. They're not 3rd and 5th. That is a glitch, because obviously the penalties don't take effect for the sprint race. I'm actually going to give Yuki Tsunoda an extra lap of fuel as well, so that he can push from the outset, and we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, here are the setups if you want to try them yourself, or at least get an idea of where a good setup might be, and then hopefully you can get it up to 100% for during your own practice session. But anyway, let's get ourselves into this Qatar sprint. It's 19 laps. It's going to be fast and furious. Let's see how we get on.
The sprint today sees the drivers tackle 19 laps of the Losail International Circuit.
It's a fast track here in Qatar. Expect to see the pack fight it out, trading places to improve their chances of scoring more championship points.
This is it, a dash to the finish line. We're ready for the sprint here in Qatar.
Okay, 5 red lights.
And it's
Lights out, away we go. And Yuki Tsunoda off to a decent start here. We're going to pop his tactics onto high there. Going to do the same for Albon, and
It's critical we overtake. Yep.
I don't really know how Tsunoda's lost out 2 positions already here, but he has done. And the Haas car of Kevin Magnussen up to P3. What a start for him. It looks like starting on that left side of the track really does help you. Yeah, let's pop on the ERS battle assist for both drivers.
You have overtake available.
Copy.
To use the overtake.
Okay.
Let's maybe attack at the start to
Heads
try
down,
and
focus.
keep up with these guys. Of course, DRS becomes available after 1 lap in the sprint race.
Just keep the pace up.
Okay.
DRS enabled.
Okay, let's zoom it forward a little bit. Sonoda's in a little bit of trouble here with the Alpine.
Priority manage tires now.
Okay.
Albon's tyres
Happy to manage tyres
pretty
short term.
knackered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be late in the race that Tsunoda finds any benefit whatsoever. Albon's really dropped off this little group. Here comes the Alpine. I think Albon's about to be overtaken by Hamilton there. Yeah.
All to play for.
Let's take the ERS battle assist off. See if that helps us out. He's already 2.9 seconds behind Lando Norris. Yeah, Tsunoda now loses out to Gasly. It's just very, very slow, isn't it? This so. I mean, Albon already down to 14th here. This is just been dreadful, really. What a poor race for us. No real explanation behind it. People's tyres are dropping off. I suppose people must be attacking a little bit more, but there goes Hamilton now.
What are we doing?
Keep your head down.
I know his tyre temps aren't good, but
Starting tire management.
Copy.
shouldn't be making this much difference. He's already a second behind, so now has
Can
to
you bring the pace up?
look
please?
after Ocon.
Yeah, copy.
I think we're going to try an attack with Tsunoda. Albon in a real spot of bother.
What the am I doing?
And how's Tsunoda lost
worry about it.
another position here? Yeah, their confidence is pretty low. I mean, that's possibly what's contributing to all of this. And let's zoom it forward and hope that we start to make an impact soon. Albon down to 15th now. Sonoda down to 12th. We're just dropping like flies here. You look at Haas 5th and 6th at the moment. McLaren up there as well. Sonoda drops to 13th. Now doesn't have enough fuel. Wow. Well, this is very disappointing. 14th and 15th in the Grand Prix. I don't know what to suggest anymore. I mean, Albon's miles off the pace. I suppose Sonoda's surely got to come good here. In these final few laps, but probably not by enough. Albon right behind Sonoda. Yeah, what a disaster of a sprint this has been. Signs on to his last lap of the race. But yeah, I mean, we started, what was it, 6th and 8th? I'm going to finish 14th and 15th and, you know, miles behind Russell. But miles ahead of Piastri. I mean, the bottom 5 are just so far off the pace. It's unbelievable.
Last lap, last lap.
I'll tell you what, Hulkenberg is struggled as well.
Make sure you give some energy.
He's down to 13th now.
Okay, press and hold overtake.
And he's dropped like a fly. But we should be catching up to them. I mean, particularly with Sonoda, but what we're finding out is that these medium tyres just have no pace whatsoever.
Contact at turn 1.
Well, we have
Debris on the main
got
straight.
a crash. I don't exactly know what's happened here. Yeah, and it's some of the back markers. Porsche and Bottas. Well, that's disappointing for them, but
Low old pack.
Copy, yes.
yeah, I mean, look at the interval. It's just not.
Perez has crossed the line first.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Looks like Sonoda might get his teammate here. And there we go. Perez wins the sprint race. Sainz second. Verstappen third. And, well, we come over the line. 14th and 15th. Big rethink required
Let's check it flag.
for the race tomorrow.
Flag.
Wow.
Today's sprint has left Alex Albon without any points.
At the end of that, it's a 15th place finish.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned by that. I mean, we started very high up, but our pace was just nowhere to be seen.
Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Formula One first came to Qatar in 2021. Lewis Hamilton managed to pick up the victory, and in doing so claimed Losail as his 30th different Grand Prix winning circuit. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
Let's see what lies ahead for us then with today's race in Lusail.
Okay, right. I mean, what do we do here? I don't think the medium tyres were very good. But I don't think we've got... Let's just have a little look at our compounds here. So Albon's only got one set of new soft tyres. Yuki's got two. So I think Yuki could do a little bit more of an aggressive run. Yeah, that looks pretty good for Albon. Soft, medium, medium. And for Tsunoda, possibly medium, soft, soft. Just sort of accept that Tsunoda is going to be quite slow early on. But yeah, we definitely do not want to be putting any extra fuel in the car. Let's see how we get on here. It's
Here on the
yeah, not good.
outskirts of Doha, the excitement continues to build as we approach the Qatar Grand Prix. Now, this could be an important race for Pierre Gasly.
Starting 6th gives them a great chance today. The choice is, do they protect what they've got or push for more?
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands.
Okay, here we are then, ready for the lights.
We're about to get going here in Qatar. It's lights out and away we go.
So lights out, away we go. Starting P10 today. And
Everything.
Okay.
gonna keep the RS battle assist on
Yeah, good take.
as well. And there goes Albon down the inside of Tsunoda. He's through.
Yep, okay.
And use overtake, use overtake.
Copy.
While Tsunoda trying to come back at his teammate. Managing it fairly well. But Albon's got the inside line. It, yeah, felt like that was never going to work. Well, Tsunoda's still side by side here. Let's have a little look then. So lots of the field going for medium tyres, but we know that there's just such a pace deficit on those. Do we need to tell Tsunoda to back off here? Because this is costing us time now. Whoa!
As soon as I try to race anyone, I just have no front.
Now this was at turn 1. Barely any room to maneuver.
Well, yeah.
Cars coming together
It's
right
just-
there. That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
It's just not good. I think
Yeah,
both
okay.
of them have got no damage, so it's fine, I suppose. But yeah, just frustrating.
I'm trying.
Very frustrating. And Albon gets
Keep pushing.
gets the time penalty there. Right. Okay. No time to zoom forward, I suppose. Where are we with tyres? Tyres look fine. In terms of lap times, 28.9. I mean, that's decent pace. It's much better pace than what we were shown yesterday. Turn off that power assist, and here comes Alex Albon. Goes, or tried to go down the inside there, didn't work out. Should be able to get past Zhou Guan Yu fairly easily. And there he goes, nicely done. So next on the list is Théo Pourchaire for Albon. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda has a good chance this time. Albon makes his way past the AlphaTauri. And Tsunoda's made his way past Zhou Guan Yu. Now, how are we looking on tyres? Albon in a interesting position. Should be able to make it past De Vries now. And this is pretty good from him. And here comes Tsunoda down the inside of Nick De Vries, of Théo Pourchaire, and he's through. Very good. So starting to make our way back through the field, and as we found in other races where our pace seems a lot better in the later stages of a Grand Prix rather than right at the start. And Kevin Magnussen is next. Obviously, Kevin Magnussen had a very good sprint race. He was battling for podium slots at one point, and here we go then with Tsunoda, and he goes down the inside of De Vries. Very, very good there. Now Alex Albon might have to attack a little bit here. A little bit more engine power here. I think Albon's a little bit stuck here. Let's have a little look at if we were to pit him now. Yeah, I think that would work out quite nicely for Albon. Let's go for that. Because he's getting held up here. So, next lap he's going to come in. Put on the medium tyres. As well attack as much as we can, get whatever we can out of these tyres. Then come in. Obviously he's got his 5-second penalty. And some free air. So here he comes then, Alex Albon into the pits. Let's see how our pit crew are performing today. Obviously got the 5-second penalty to deal with first. And that's not a good pit stop. 6-second pit stop for us. So Albon's race absolutely destroyed. But, I mean, what's amazing is that, you know, Tsunoda's got all the way back up here. Yeah, it's just quite frustrating. Suppose let's just tell him to avoid high risk curbs. Let's look after those tyres. Let's allow them to wreck their tyres and then attack a little bit later on. We're already at a pit stop behind those in the points. How's Albon doing? He's looking pretty good. Okay, so here we go. Let's be a bit more aggressive now with Yuki.
We look at reducing the lift and co.
Copy.
We should be able to close in on K-Mag fairly quickly. We've got Hulkenberg in the pits as well. Albon could do with getting past Porsche fairly quick. So I don't know how far off his pit window. Yep, Albon through. Okay, so Tsunoda coming into the pits this lap.
Reduce the lift and co.
Copy.
Let's see what he can pull off. Hopefully this is a quick stop. We know we're capable of it. The chance of a mistake is fairly high though. Albon pushing on away from Porsche now.
We think you can reduce lift and coast.
Yep.
So let's see what can Tsunoda produce. 2.12 seconds. That's a very good pit stop time.
Watch out, white line.
But look at the undercut that Albon has. He of course lost 5 seconds and then another 6 through the pit stop. So that's how much Albon's gained on those fresh tyres. I think Tsunoda will be alright though on those soft tyres. Can he continue to push hard? I'm struggling to Porsche, but should be okay. Yep, out of the 1 second window now. That's sort of the crucial moment, isn't it? And here we go then with Yuki.
Make sure you give some energy.
Copy.
No, he's okay without the ARS. He's through. I'm going to continue to push. 25.8 was his last time. He's better than most of the field. He's closing to within 2 seconds of K-Mag. Up ahead. And yeah, definitely starting to close in now. Obviously K-Mag on hard tyres, so I don't think K-Mag's actually coming into the pits again in this whole race. It's very interesting what the tactics are. Yeah. Can Tsunoda reach Norris by the end of this Grand Prix? I mean, let's have a look at the gap to leader. I mean, 23 seconds, that's fairly big distance to make up. It's a pit stop at the end of the day. I know his tyres are hurting a little bit. Time to avoid high risk curbs, just to cool them down a little bit.
The window is open.
Okay.
Tsunoda losing out to Magnussen now.
And we'll box this lap.
I'm happy to.
Yeah, just in a
Go push.
bit of a
Yeah, copy.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
better situation with tyres, especially because Verstappen has, or Perez has
Copy.
lapped him. Verstappen has as well, but Perez is the leader.
Like to reduce like Cook.
Okay.
So Alex Albon pits. Let's see what he can do here. 2.152.
Okay, watch your white line on exit.
So what DRS?
Copy.
Sonoda needs to watch out a little bit here. Yeah, not good here, I'm afraid. Sonoda's actually starting to close in on K-Mag just a little bit. When is he meant to pit? Probably if we say next lap for him to come in.
Box.
Yeah, copy.
Meanwhile, Alex Albon down in P18. Yeah, I mean, Sonoda is closing in on Magnussen. Maybe by the end of the race, we could be in for a good result. I don't know. You know, it's whether these hard tyres are going to last 16 more laps without really dropping off in performance. That's the big question. And the thing is, Sonoda's still on the lead lap. He won't be by the end of the Grand Prix. And I think Albon can push on his fuel as well.
We can start reducing lift and coast.
Okay.
So here we go then. We have got Albon up behind
You can afford to drop back.
some of the other guys now.
Okay.
And hopefully he can get in. But here we go then. Yuki Tsunoda pits. And can he have a smooth pit stop here? Should come out ahead of Porsche at the very least. We have got yellow flags out there. It was just a brief one. And it was Ocon locking up on his new tyres, so that's not ideal for him.
And clear on pit exit. Watch the white line.
And Tsunoda's going to have by far the best tyres on the grid here. And attack on them, get them up to temp. And pull it down to just aggressive. Yeah, the problem is here, for Albon at least, is, you know, he's 17 seconds behind his teammate. So there's going to be no real luck for Alex Albon today. Right, let's deploy that. So here we go. Sonoda starting to catch up to Piastri. Hulkenberg, sorry. But again, you know, he's miles off points. Unless those tyres start dropping off, which I don't think they're going to at this stage.
What are we thinking about tyres here?
We've got 11 laps to go. Can't push Sonoda's fuel much more. And his tyres are struggling as well. Let's just get him to avoid high-risk curbs for a little bit. Anyway, here's Albon in his battle with Oscar Piastri. I would imagine he's going to make this move stick. So here we go then. DRS active. And he's now pulling through on Piastri. So up to 15th now, 14th and 15th, which is where we finished the sprint race yesterday, to be fair. And yeah, maybe that's just our pace this weekend. We've really dropped off. I mean, qualifying was good, but I suppose, you know, we were very, very fortunate in qualifying to get through to Q3 in the end. It was mainly down to the red flags in Q2. So let's see. So 7 laps to go. But yeah, Albon, long way off. Honestly don't think there's going to be much else to play for here.
Increase lifting coast.
Yeah.
So
Back off a bit, please.
his temperatures are back under control. So let's just keep aggressive with Sonoda. We'll see what happens there. We'll tell Albon to avoid the high-risk curbs as well, bring his temperatures down a little bit. And we'll play it through pretty much to the end of the race. As I don't think we'll have any more action to watch, really. Sonoda managing to look after his tyres a lot better, but you know, you've got to look all the way to Ocon before you find anybody in the points, and that's a long way up the road. Might get Hulkenberg towards the end though. Obviously has 1 lap less than everybody else to do so. Let's actually attack for him. And do the same for
We're not happy with fuel.
Alex Albon. We'll see what Albon can produce. I mean, he's already 25 seconds behind Sonoda. It's been a very poor race for Alex Albon.
Low fuel, so be mindful of that.
Yeah, don't need to worry about the fuel because we're on to the last lap of the race now. Can Sonoda
Reduce flight 4-4.
Okay.
Can Sonoda get past Hulkenberg?
We think you can reduce lifting coast.
Don't think so.
Okay.
We can
Last lap.
take off, avoid high risk curbs now. Temperatures are back under control. There should be Sonoda able to extract
You can be aggressive with
the performance out of the car.
Okay.
But again, a good performance from Fernando Alonso. P3 for him today.
Okay.
Verstappen once again getting the better of Perez in the latter stages of the Grand Prix. And can Tsunoda get up to 13th here?
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy.
I don't actually know if he's going to manage it. I don't think he is going to manage it. He's going to have a go. No, not quite. But, yeah, not fighting for points today, which is a real shame. And a real, you know, change of form. But here we go then with Tsunoda. He does manage to go down the inside of Hülkenberg at the end here. He's not going to have DRS, so he's going to have to defend all the way up to the line here. But Tsunoda is going to come across that line in 13th place, which is, well, better than we started, I suppose. Albon, he's coming round now. He's going to finish P15. And that's,
as much as possible.
yeah, very disappointing for Alex Albon. He's had a bad weekend. But, yeah, we just didn't have the pace, not the race pace anyway. And I thought it would be a track that would suit us quite well. But clearly not.
That's P15. Yeah, it's not the afternoon we really hope for, is it?
Wasn't the best from me.
Okay. I mean, without that incident earlier on, maybe we could have got 12th, maybe 11th with Tsunoda, but I don't think we had an extra 20 seconds of race pace in us to get to where Ocon is. I just don't think we had that in us, and that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully we'll live and learn and be able to push on next Grand Prix, but maybe we're at that stage of the season where, because we've ceased development of this year's car,
I'll be honest now, it'd take a real
we might struggle to get anything else.
Well, I think most people expected them to really deliver here, but it's a disappointing finish outside the points.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
There really doesn't seem to be a way to stop them winning this year. Amazing consistency.
And that picture right there brings together the podium finishers for the Qatar Grand Prix. Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race, but how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
So then, our time in Losail is now up.
Coming up next, we'll be crossing the pond all the way to Texas for the twists and turns of the United States Grand Prix.
Yeah, don't really know what we could have done better there, if I'm honest. Max Verstappen wins the race ahead of Perez in second, Alonso third, Leclerc fourth, and then Sainz in fifth, Stroll sixth, Hamilton seventh, with Russell in eighth, Gasly ninth, and Ocon P10. Yuki Tsunoda only 13th, and Albon in P15. And yeah, it was where we finished yesterday. Of course, not where we started today's sprint race after the penalties yesterday, but yeah, it is what it is. Alonso up to fourth in the championship. Good to see for him. And in the constructors, luckily Haas didn't repeat their heroics from the sprint into the race. And we've managed to get 34 points. So we're still in sixth place in the championship. Fastest pit stops, third and fourth, which is really, really good. Once again, keeps us in the fight for fifth in the pit stop championship. And then there's the report for today. So 3 clean pit stops and 1 very difficult one. But yeah, qualifying, very good once again. But you have to say, overall, Tsunoda's the one outperforming Albon at these races. And Yeah, but it's definitely starting to become our first driver, I would suggest. Perhaps for next season, we'll have to see. 4.4 million in the bank as well. Ready to move on to the next Grand Prix as Guyton Diego moves up to 75 rated engineer. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.